Hey, what's up everybody? I'm going to be reviewing Claymore, manga I've never reviewed before, but I watch all the time. I recommend you watch Claymore the anime. It is incredible. I'm actually going to leave a link in the description to a YouTube channel where you can watch it because it's not on Crunchyroll. And you can see HD versions of Claymore, which is incredible. Claymore is about an organization of women that are half Yoma. Yoma is another word for demon. They place demons inside of themselves, so they have the powers of demon when they release something called Yoki. Yoki is like chakra in Naruto, spiritual pressure in Bleach, Nen in Hunter x Hunter. The more Yoki they release, obviously, the more powerful they are. It's action-packed. Watch the anime, and once you finish it, you can continue on with the manga. The ending for the anime is very different. They diverge into a different story path. This manga was called The Fleeting Flash of a Sword. The main protagonist, Priscilla. Priscilla is what we call an awakened being. An awakened being is a claymore. Well, first off, what's a claymore? A claymore is a warrior with a yoma, or a demon, inside them. Or at least the parts inside them so that they can start using Yoki. Yoki is spiritual pressure. Claymores kill Yoma. When there's Yoma in a town, the town makes a request for a Claymore to come in. The Claymore finds the Yoma. Yomas are usually hidden within the people. They're like shapeshifters. So while they look like humans, they go around attacking humans, probably by themselves, and then eating their guts. They literally eat their innards, you know, good stuff. We're talking chewy. So that's how it is. It's very action-packed. Here's a clip.
Hello. You're definitely better than you used to be. There's no doubt about that.
There's swords, there's chicks, it's action. The story is really, really good. So in the manga, Priscilla, the main protagonist, is fighting against I want to say this, right? Going back to, with Claymores, they have rankings. So they have rankings from 1 to 47. The higher your rank, the more powerful you are. And even with the Yoma, they even have rankings for Yoma. There is regular Yoma, there is awakened beings. Awakened beings are Claymores that use too much Yoki at one time, which is like about, I believe, when you hit the 80% Yoki threshold, you cannot return back to your human form, and then you begin transforming into what they call an awakened being. Then the third form is called the abysmal ones. The abysmal ones are the most powerful awakened beings. You can tell the difference between an awakened being and an abysmal one. Like, look at the name, abysmal one. Like, abyss, powers, limitless. Check that out. This episode was about Priscilla, the most powerful abysmal one. She's fighting against 2 other abysmal ones and about 2 handfuls of claymores, and she's too powerful. She doesn't defeat, but she takes down 2 abysmal ones. She completely chops up one of the claymores. The cool thing is, even when they get chopped up, you don't feel so bad because they don't die and they get healed. Like, when you lose a limb, yeah, right back on. It's not that easy, but you can tell they go through a lot of pain. And I know I'm really deep in this episode because, like, I never talked about previous episodes before, but if you've been watching it, it's cool to have someone else talk to about it. What happens is Priscilla is fighting Miria. Miria is like number 6, and Miria has her special technique is like flash steps. It's like flash steps, but more like mirror steps, because she makes herself appear to be in other places at the same time. Miria can't even touch Priscilla. Then Claire, who is the main protagonist, sees 2 of her friends get chopped down. Not dead, but they're down. They ain't getting back up. That's confirmation. You're done for this match so far. She loses her mind and rage attacks Priscilla. It doesn't rage approaches Priscilla, and Priscilla taunts her, calling her stupid, saying that she doesn't think, and that's her biggest weakness. And in the midst of that, Rocky stabs her back with his sword. And Rocky was trained by one of the 3 original abysmal ones. Ignil, I think. Ignil trained this human to take down Yoma pretty easily. Rocky is a male, doesn't have any Yoma parts out of him. He was able to pierce Priscilla's neck. The thing about Priscilla is that Priscilla heals instantaneously. They'll chop off her arms, her legs, they'll chop off from her waist down. She brings it back the next second. They figure out they gotta take out her head. Her head is what's keeping her from dying. As long as her head is attached to the rest of her body, she will regenerate instantaneously. So Rocky pierced her neck, and it ends there. Before that, Rocky and Priscilla were fighting. Priscilla was taking it easy on him. Priscilla took him down. Ignil trained Rocky on how to hurt Priscilla, saying that the moment you lose, you will be out of her consciousness, and she will focus on everybody else. That's when it's your time to shine. That's when you can hurt Priscilla. And that's what he did. He shoved it deep. Just look at the thumbnail. Anyways, that's the end of it. This is a manga that comes out once a month. It is hard to keep track of this manga just because of the fact it comes out once a month. I don't know why it's not weekly. It used to be weekly, like a few years ago. But that's the situation that it is now. Anyways, check out Claymore 147. Check out the anime as well. If you haven't watched Claymore at all, check out the anime. Then after the anime, read the manga. You'll catch up, and you have a lot of content to catch up with. So if you ever have a weekend and you want to catch up, your weekend will be entirely filled catching up with this manga. All right, guys, enjoy. Deuces.